Fantasy. Hillary Clinton is a role model for women, specifically young women. No. The reality is Bill Clinton's long trip down memory lane at the convention. Well, he conveniently left out his sexual abuse of a 22-year-old intern in the Oval Office. And he also left out that Hillary personally viciously attacked the numerous women who were sexually harassed and sexually abused by her husband. They're all going. Fantasy. Hillary Clinton and the Democrats want to protect everyone's voting rights. The reality, we saw the emails. Hillary and the DNC rigged a primary against their own fellow Democrat to steal an election from 13 million fellow Democrat voters who supported Bernie Sanders. They also discredited him in the process and made personal, despicable comments about others, about race and about religion. Hillary and her crew will do that to their own fellow Democrats. What do you think that they will do to the Republicans and the independents to win an election or to steal an election? We know what they'll do. We're not going to let it happen. Fantasy. They say Hillary Clinton is trustworthy. Yeah. The reality is crooked Hillary lied to the families of fallen soldiers. She lied about her emails when she was Secretary of State. She lied about what the FBI director actually said about her lies to Congress and the American people as recently as just 3 days ago. She lied about TPP. She lied about Tim Kaine's record on the Hyde Amendment. And let's just be honest. She lies and she lies and she lies. Now, I don't know about you, but I have had enough of crooked Hillary and her lies, and also I am tired of all the enablers she surrounds herself, including the liberal media that just parrots whatever they're told to say on the nightly news. Enough is enough. Enough, no more lies. Enough, no more Hillary. America deserves better. We deserve better. Every man, every woman, every child in this country deserve better than Hillary Clinton. Trump. Hillary Clinton has never put anything or anyone ahead of herself, nor has she ever put anyone or anything of her desire for power and for money. Now, we know America is great. We know our military is great. We know our police officers and our first responders are great. We know that those TSA agents that checked us and they kept us safe, they're great. And we know that in America, every life matters. Every single life is precious. But we also know our elected Democrat leaders, like Obama and Hillary Clinton, and their failed policies. Their failed policies have caused America's failures. And the only way that we can make America great again is by electing men and women who put their country above their self. And the man at the top of our ticket, that man, Donald J. Trump, will make America great again. So Florida, Jacksonville, we need you. We need your work, We need your enthusiasm. We need your commitment. We need your patriotism. And we need you to stand up and be the messengers that will save America for the next generation. As the daughters and the sons of liberty, are you ready to make America great again? Are you ready to end the nightmare that is called the Clintons? Are you ready? All right. Are you ready? Are you ready to join me and all of us in the fight to elect Donald J. Trump as the next great American president of the United States? Florida, my fellow Floridians, let's roll up our sleeves, let's get to work, and let's elect Donald J. Trump and save this great country for the next generation. God bless each of you. God bless our proud military men, women, and families, and God bless this proud place, this special place we call our home, the United States of America. Godspeed on our journey together. Now let's get to work. God bless.
Y'all ready to see somebody, aren't you? We're getting there. We're getting there. Thank you. Please welcome the former Lieutenant Governor of the state of Florida, Ms. Jennifer Carroll.
Are we getting ready to rock and roll? This is Duval. All right. For 2 major election cycles, we have been fed a bag of no good. The candidates ran on being staunch conservatives. They wanted to defeat Obama's policy, yet they got into office and ignored the will of the people, and now they are in a tantrum because they're not getting their way. Many of these same politicians lied and told you what you wanted to hear, and after they got elected, forgot that you existed until the next election. All those but Ted Yoho. He's coming up next. Donald Trump, at least, is honest, even if it means getting in trouble with the press. Like it or not, you must admit a politician that is truthful and loyal to the people is refreshing. It may be centuries before we can see this level of honesty and chutzpah in a politician ever again. The ruling political elite class wants to scare you by saying that they will vote for Hillary. To them, I say, go right ahead. It's a free country. You don't have to say what you're going to do. Just go ahead and doggone do it. Who cares? But for every one of them, we're going to get 10-fold more Democrats coming over to vote for Mr. Trump. For many years, we've been told by party leaders that we have a big tent and there's room for all demographics, and that they're embracing diversity and want to see our party grow by this expansion of inclusion. Well, we have a candidate that have excited voters to cross over, voters from all demographics, as well as bringing back disaffected voters who switched from independent because they were fed up with both parties. And Mr. Trump has had an appeal in states that were once off limits to Republicans to expect to compete. Then why isn't this resurgent by Mr. Trump not embraced by the ruling class? I keep hearing from the pundits that Mr. Trump has no blacks and women supporting him. Well, The last time I checked, I was black, and I'm still a woman, and I support Donald Trump for president. My parents and I legally immigrated to this country because America was a place of opportunities, liberty and freedom and prosperity. When we arrived in Brooklyn, New York, my parents assimilated into this country. They did not expect to sponge off of it. My parents worked hard, even having 2 jobs at times to take care of their family and helping others. Like many Caribbeans and other immigrants, we support Mr. Trump. I am a wife of 32 years to a 27-year Air Force veteran. And a mother of 3 children that went through the public schools, graduated from college, and are good community stewards, and they're black, and we're all supporting Mr. Trump. This country gave me the opportunity to serve even during the Gulf War in the United States Navy for 20 years, starting out as an enlisted jet mechanic and retiring as a Navy Lieutenant Commander Aviation Maintenance Officer. I served as the Florida Executive Director of Florida Department of Veterans Affairs, and I've seen the erosion of our military and a lack of quality service for our veterans, and we need Mr. Trump, who is passionate, visionary, and will be forceful to put the military and veterans back in the forefront where they belong, and will do that right and just for him. To show you how selfless Mr. Trump is, let me share a little story with you. Greta Van Susteren, a one-woman crusade fighting for 7 months, 214 days, to get Marine Sergeant Andrew Tamarisi released from a Mexican prison. What was his crime? He was in prison for taking a wrong turn and across the Mexican border and telling the truth. Greta was on an island by herself fighting for the wrongfully imprisoned Marine Sergeant. I did not see a whole bunch of politicians flocking to help Greta in this quest. As a matter of fact, Greta said that she could not even get President Obama to make a phone call to help Sergeant Tamarisi. And where was Hillary? She was MIA, missing in action. Yet, this civilian, Mr. Trump, quietly, without any fanfare and without any public attention, gave Marine Sergeant Tamarisi money to jumpstart his life after he was released from the Mexican prison. This unselfishness shows the character of Mr. Trump, the man. John Wooden once said, the true test of a man's character is what he does when no one is watching. If Mr. Trump has this level of compassion and demonstration of leadership to do what's right when no one is looking, can you imagine the kind of public leader he will be as our president? He will put the hammer down and make the right decisions to truly support our military and our veterans. Now listen to this. Donald Trump is the only Republican candidate in recent presidential elections to address head-on black crime and poverty in this country. In Chicago, so far this year, 381 people have been killed, 2,394 people shot, Just in July, 65 killed in Chicago, yet this violent epidemic is ignored. Black home ownership, which a home is usually many people's largest assets, down. Drastically down. Income for black families down. Blacks on food stamps at an all-time level high. And candidates want to come by with their black twang, saying that they feel the pain and can empathize with you because they carry pepper sauce in their pocketbook. Well, the black community's social ills cannot be healed by somebody demonstrating that they feel their pain. Mr. Trump understands that an economic opportunity is the way out of poverty. He understands that for Americans, a job is what's needed and not another government bailout under the disguise of a code word, government programs. The last government program, the stimulus, which gave us wasteful spending, gave money to the banks, which they refused to loan to small businesses and hoarded the money. Companies like Solinda received $535 million of your taxpayer dollars, and they went belly up. They went out of business. At that same time, we had 311 million people living in this country. Had President Obama and the Congress had given each person $1 million, you could have paid off your mortgage, your car note, paid for your kids' education, go on vacation, and the government still would have had money left over and not be $19 trillion in debt. That is not smart government. We are tired of the business-as-usual politicians who don't want their gravy train stopped. This is selfish behavior. These business-as-usual status quo politicians and those who have been around for 20 or 30 years, milking off of your tax dollars, enriching themselves, and talking about that they want a chance of being the president to fix this country, let's tell them that they're fired. In surveys, voters say that they want an outsider. Well, here's Mr. Trump. Voters say they want someone to work for them and do what they are elected to do. Well, here's Mr. Trump. Voters say they want someone to tell them like it is and fight for them. Well, here's Mr. Trump. Voters say they do not trust Washington, D.C., and they want the good old boy insider establishment blown up. Well, here's Mr. Trump. Voters say they want somebody who will put them first, honor country, and make it great so they can earn and save for their families. Well, here is Mr. Trump. No one has a crystal ball that can tell you emphatically what the future holds, but I know who holds the future. And I pray that our Lord and Savior will guide Mr. Trump to do what's right and just for women, children, our military, our veterans, and create opportunities for all Americans to prosper. Let's elect Donald Trump to bring this country back to the level of greatness we expect and demand. I am asking each and every one of you to commit to bringing 5 other people to the polls with you to do the very best to elect Donald Trump so we can work with him to make America great again. God bless you, and God continue to bless this great land of America.